Welcome to the Unfiltered Duo podcast. I'm Cheryl.
And I'm Carrie.
And this is how the unfiltered chaos makes sense.
Hi, Carrie.
Hi, Cheryl.
It's getting close to the holidays.
I know. I was thinking how quickly 2025 seemed to go by.
Yeah.
It was literally we planned that cruise in March. We went on it in June. We started school, and now here we are. That's literally...
I feel like everything's been back to back.
Yes.
There hasn't really been downtime.
No.
We're always busy bees.
Are you excited about the holidays?
I am. I always liked holidays. Thanksgiving's it's not my top of the list. But Christmas, I really like seeing all the lights outside and decorating the house and doing all the things.
That's good. Yeah, I am a little Christmas elf when it comes to decorating inside the house. Outside, I get a little bit of a chicken because it gets cold. And
No.
I'm done. Just throw some lights in that tree and move on.
I almost ordered one of those projector things because we pulled out all of our lights to try to put them up this past weekend. Mm-hmm. And every strand had something wrong with them. And I was like, just throw them in the garbage. Just throw them in the garbage. I'm done. This is our last Christmas at this particular home that we're in. Mm-hmm. And so... I don't know what my next home, that's the only downfall of moving around, is you buy certain things for lights to accommodate that particular house, but then whenever you move, you may or may not find the exact lights that match.
Right.
And it sucks.
Yeah.
I can see that. I don't know, I thought about, not for this year, but in the future, of just breaking down and looking into one of those companies that will you tell them what you want and they'll come and decorate it. Mm-hmm. I wonder how expensive that would be, though. I
have no idea.
But it sounds like a really great thing.
I almost want to just buy into those permanent ones that you just put around the house. And then, there's permanent ones that, I think Costco sells them, but they're permanent LED ones. And you can change them for whatever holiday you want. Valentine's Day, you could do this. And
strings of lights?
No, it's not strings.
Redneck woman kind of thing? Keep the lights up all year round?
No.
Okay.
I'll show you. But yeah, they're just permanent. They're underneath the gutters. So it's just a strip of LED lights versus the Christmas corded ones.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I did come up with, not that I'll share my idea because maybe somebody out there is listening, but what I really would like to do, or find, should I say, is a projector that you purchase for your front yard. It may be multiple projectors to make it happen depending on how big your house is. But it comes with an application, and you go in the application and decorate your house with what you want it to look like where lights are going to be and stuff like that. You can change the colors or do whatever. And then all you do is program it basically to do that. And then it hits all the spaces on your house and you never have to hang lights. You just might have to readjust, make sure that the focus is correct. You're having to find the perfect spot so that whenever it projects up, it's actually on what you're wanting it to be on.
Right.
But how cool would that be?
It would be really cool.
I haven't found anything like that. So if anybody wants to design it, that is a designer, you should really look into that. Maybe patent it. You can give me one for free since I gave you the idea, and we'll call it good.
Yeah. I am pretty done with these Christmas lights that just break all the time. It's old, it's outdated. We need a new system.
Yeah. I don't like it.
Okay. So, this isn't just about holidays, but maybe traditions. Do you have any traditions that you really like to do every year?
So, we always have a really good dinner. It is not based on traditional Christmas dinners, but Christmas Eve we do something. Mm-hmm. And y'all even came to that. So we just like to do something nice Christmas Eve because it sets the tone for the next day and everybody's happy. And we always do a really good big breakfast on Christmas morning before we open up all the gifts.
Oh, you eat before you open the presents?
Typically now that the kids have gotten older, whenever they were younger, not so much, but yeah.
No. No.
You get your stockings.
No,
You can fiddle with that while you wait.
You get stockings. No, the kids get the stockings before we wake up. They're allowed to have their stockings. And then we come down, open presents, and then we eat.
I don't know. I think we used to do that before.
Yeah.
Like when they were smaller, but now that they've gotten older, we're just like, we're going to eat.
So our Christmas morning, we have cinnamon rolls.
Ooh.
Every Christmas morning.
Yum.
And
Are they homemade?
They're normally homemade. I normally do it like the night before. I have them ready to bake in the morning, kind of, everything. But you want to hear my story from growing up and what happened?
Yeah.
It's very classic me moment. So, I was working in Columbus. My parents are in Cleveland. So, it was my job to bring the Cinnabons, like actual Cinnabons. Go to the mall, pick up Cinnabons, bring them home. We have them for Christmas.
Nice.
Because I worked next to the mall anyway. So, it was just easy for me to swing in there and go. So, I walk over to Cinnabon, and I'm like standing there. And they have a ton in their case. It's full of cinnamon rolls. And there's people making more. It's all these things. And there wasn't a crowd. There wasn't a line. There was maybe 2 or 3 people sitting down. Nothing big. And so I walk up and I'm like, I would like 6 cinnamon rolls, please. And he grabs this little sheet of paper and like a little golf, putt-putt golf pen.
Oh, God.
And he goes, well, you need to write your name and your order down, and it'll be ready in about 3 hours. And I'm like,
do you have orders ahead of me? Did people pre-order already?
Yeah.
Like, where are they standing?
This is like really before the internet was super big. Like,
yeah.
This is a long time ago. And so I was like, I just want 6. And I was
those
like,
6.
Can I just have 6 and go? And he's like, well, I think I'm going to have to ask my manager. And I'm like, well, you go do that.
I think while you're asking your manager, I'm going to just reach my arm around there and grab my 6.
This is probably where I started working at places because people were. But anyway, so and the manager comes over and goes, well, normally we don't take the order. And I'm like, you don't take orders? And I'm like, whose cinnamon
rolls it's a small
are
order.
These?
You're not asking for 6 dozen.
Yeah, I just want 6 cinnamon rolls. Like I kept saying 6. I'm like, 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I got, and they were like, well, we're going to have to put them in individual boxes.
What the fuck?
Yeah. And I was just like, okay, can you do that?
I'm okay with them touching each other. They're all going to the same family.
I know. But I'm like, I really don't care what box they're in. I just
You
want
can put them in a bag and I'll leave.
Cinnamon rolls. I was like, what world have I just walked into that they won't just give me 6 cinnamon rolls so I can get along? Now I can understand.
They had their B team working that day. That's what it was.
Because literally, like, there was nobody there. There was no, like, big... It was in the mall, so there was no, like, people. And I was the only one at the register. So I was just like... Why can't I have
How many people are in front of me? That's what I would ask. How many people are in front of me?
Do you have lots of people who filled this out? Because can I see the orders?
I feel like this is a waste of time. Waste of paper. You're killing trees.
I know. But then they even killed more trees because they did individually box them.
That's insane.
And gave them to me. Yeah. And
why can't they be like, was it nothing bundt cake? Whenever they put all the little cupcakes, they all go into a box. Like if you order like multiple ones, they just go into their little box.
So that's my cinnamon roll tradition story that I remember every Christmas.
It makes me want to go to ours Christmas Eve just to see what happens.
I know. Like, would they?
We can go stalk them.
I just want 6 cinnamon rolls
and see what happens.
Yeah, just put them in a box. I'll pay full price.
Right?
Like
not looking for a discount.
No, I'm prepared to pay market value.
I will pay $5 more if you'll just give them to me right now.
We just. So anyway, there's my tradition story for you. Fun. So funny.
Well, I like the fact that you make them homemade.
Yeah.
I need to try to do that.
Well, I'm available.
I've never tried.
For
Maybe we can like
tutorials.
do like a one day
Well, then
to like prep.
it goes along with like pizza dough and stuff too. It's the same type of concept. So if you want to learn pizza dough,
look at me.
Yeah, you can join the cult of Carrie.
I know. Little bakery. I do like that.
I should open a bakery called Cult Classics.
Oh.
Where I just like bake good.
Stop talking into the camera.
I
like
know.
people are gonna take that. See,
That
I was
is.
okay with anybody taking mine.
No, that's gonna be a good one.
Shh, don't tell nobody.
Don't tell anyone. You 20 listeners, don't take my idea. Oh.
Yeah. That is probably, well, I used to, okay. So what was talking about like whenever you were younger and going to your parents and stuff. So we had one big tradition, well, two, I'm going to say, that me growing up as a kid, it was like you always knew it was going to happen. It was the way things were. And then once everybody started getting older and more people started getting mixed into the family, then it did make it more difficult to try to... So anyways, I'll get to the point. Christmas Eve, my mama and her siblings and then their kids, grandkids, we would all get together Christmas Eve. It was something that was done since probably before I was born. But there's like a big gap in between the cousin closest in my age and the cousin below me. So it wasn't that many of us. I'd have to run the numbers, but let's say 20 people, 25 maybe.
Yeah.
So we would always do that Christmas Eve. But as like people started getting married into the family and more kids came along and divorces or anything going on, it became harder for us to do. And that was something that I always did like, but as I started getting older and having my own kids, it was harder to make sure that happened with taking account of my husband's family and like trying to make everybody fit. Because Christmas Eve we would do that. So with my mama, which is my mom's side of the family, I did not know my dad's side of the family, so there was nothing to do really for holidays other than my dad. But so with my mom's side we would do that. Then we always stayed the night at my mama's house for Christmas Eve until my cousin Lydia was born. And then we started staying at my aunt's house so that Lydia, since she was the baby, like then she would be at home to get Santa and all that kind of stuff. Anyways, we finally did away with that too, because like I had my kids, Diana had her kids, and it became harder because then it was me loading up my whole family to try to go to their house to do Christmas Eve because they wanted to stay at home. But then I was like, I want to stay at home too.
Yeah. So
we kind of did away with that. I kind of miss it. It was very family feeling, but I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I mean, families grow and change and different dynamics happen and people get added in and out. Like, yeah, I think traditions are one thing, but traditions have to be portable.
Yeah, and that was something that I had to learn once I got married. I was like, this isn't feasible for anybody. Like, we're all beating ourselves up to make this one night happen for Christmas Eve. You know, take away from staying the night together. It's like even the Christmas Eve getting together, it was just hard on everybody. And whether anybody in the family wants to admit it, it was hard for everybody. And it, unfortunately for my mama and her siblings, like I think for them, they were probably more crushed than anybody because they had done it for so long.
Yeah.
And nobody was divorced in those siblings except for my mama. And her kids didn't go to their dads, like my grandfather's, for Christmas. So, not that I'm aware of, at least. So there was no issues. And then, like, with my parents, once my mom and dad got a divorce, like, my dad, I didn't have anything to do, like, he didn't have nothing to do with his family. So, there was not that pull for me. But then the next group of cousins that started trickling in, like, then it became a problem.
Yeah, I can see.
But it made me realize that Christmas does not have to be celebrated on a certain day,
It doesn't.
which my mom struggled with very deeply.
Yeah.
Whenever we first started, was like, this isn't really working, or we're gonna change this. She struggled a lot.
I can see that, especially like if you go into a holiday with a certain ideal of what you want it to look like and what you want it to be, and then outside factors kind of change that path. Like sometimes it is hard to pivot, so I can understand where it would be hard, but you also have to be really understanding of the whole group.
Yeah.
So I think we've come up with some tips
Yeah.
on how to get through some of the more challenging parts of, you know, surviving the holidays, if you will. And the first one was set a time limit before you go.
Yes. Especially like if it's somebody that you're go. Let's say it's a Christmas party, work party, friend party, somebody randomly that not random person, but like somebody asks you to come to a random party. Just put a stipulation on it. Or if it's like family, like fuck them. Like no offense. But it's like if it's just not working for you to be like, okay, we're gonna go and we're gonna spend 2 hours, and like that's like the cutoff. Like I want to get back home or we have other stuff.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, set it like 2 hours and then you're out. Like set that goal for yourself. Like if at 2 hours you're still feeling happy to be there, or you're still not, like getting anxious or upset feelings, then you can stay a little longer, but like set a time limit.
Yeah.
So that you have an out.
That's
if
true.
you need it.
And you don't need an excuse. Just be like, hey, I got other things to do. You do not have to go into those other things. It is nobody's business.
No. And I think that's actually, I think, really hard, is not having to explain yourself.
Yeah, because you feel bad. It's supposed to be cheerful time.
Mm-hmm.
And it's about spending time with family and friends. And you don't want to be rude, but also, like, don't spread yourself thin.
Yes.
Speaking of spreading yourself thin, like, you came from, your parents are still married. Brian's parents are still married. What about y'all's grandparents? Like, do y'all do anything with, like, each side of the family of your parents?
We used to when we were little. Like, I mean, Brian's grandparents were never, his grandma was alive when we were married, but he didn't have any other grandparents that were alive when we were married.
Okay.
So being married, no, like we didn't really do much of that, like extended family.
Okay.
But when I was little, yes. So when I was little, we would like kind of split up my mom's side of the family and my dad's side of the family. So we would kind of bounce around between the two. And then like if my cousins, like I really only have a few cousins, and 2 of my cousins lived in the same town as we did. So like it wasn't like we had to go anywhere to go see them.
Right.
But those cousins are also my parents' age versus my age.
Oh,
so it wasn't like the dynamic of growing up with like little playmates.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't that dynamic. But the cousins that were our age lived in Wisconsin when we were in Ohio. So if they would come in for a holiday, that was the holiday we would spend like with my mom's family.
Okay.
So yeah, then we would go to grandma's house. All of the cousins would be there. The aunts and uncles would be there. And grandma's house was little teeny tiny, like one bathroom. It only had one bathroom. And so they had 6 in their family. We had 5. And then I have 2 uncles that they had one kid. And then my other uncle kind of had a rotating girlfriends, and sometimes they would have kids. And
okay.
So it was kind of just like the uncles were a little unknown sometimes with who would show up, but like at least there would probably be 20 people in a little house with one bathroom. Yeah, so we got kicked outside a lot, even if it's
even if it was cold.
yeah, even if it was cold. Like we did, your turkey football games, whatever they call them.
Yeah.
Like snow, yeah, we'd be out there. Like we'd be out playing in the snow. We would just get kicked out because it was just a little teeny tiny house, like a lot of people. So no, but it made for a lot of fun memories. Like we had a little.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, we had a good time, and we still joke about some of the stuff we would always do. So, but then like my dad's family, yeah, my cousins are. The oldest cousin is 5 years younger than my dad.
Oh yeah.
So that's much more like they're older.
Yeah.
And we didn't have them as playmates.
Right.
So, I mean, we still had a lot of fun with them. They're a rowdy crowd, if you will. Like, you met my dad.
They're the West Virginia people.
Yeah, they are. But, I mean, you met my dad. He's a storyteller.
Yeah.
Imagine that times everyone.
Oh.
Everyone in that family is a storyteller. Everyone
I would
has
just
a
skip around.
personality.
I would like find somebody else and I'd be like, next person I'm going to sit by is that person over there.
Yep. And so literally like anywhere you turned, there was somebody telling a story. There was somebody who had this adventure and this adventure. So literally like they're a fun group to be around. So,
that sounds fun.
Yeah. It would always be a good time. So
That is fun.
yeah. No, we did. But yeah, I don't know if my parents would like set time limits and stuff like that. I don't know if that was a thing though, because
I don't think my parents ever did, but we only had one side of the family. Like, but then like I come from divorced parents and divorced grandparents. Scott comes from divorced parents and divorced grandparents. So then put us together. Me and Scott are about to knock on, was it 23 years? 23 years. Is that right? Or is it 22? We got married in 2003. It's really bad.
yeah, 2003. So
22 years. Yeah. Okay. So I was right the first time. All right. 22 years that we've been married, but our Christmas holidays, well, I'd say just Christmas or Thanksgiving if we're in town, has always been chaotic. Because you gotta think that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different gatherings we would have to go to if we could fit everybody in.
Yeah, that's a lot.
But now people like me and Scott both have a dad that passed away. I have 2 grandparents that have passed away recently in the past like 5 years, and then Scott has a grandparent that passed away during that time too. So like we have kind of, unfortunately, it's kind of gotten smaller, but yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot to manage and navigate. So, I guess if you're in that situation now, you need to create a cool down escape.
Yes.
Like, even if it's like a 5-minute mini reset.
I wish somebody would have told me that. A younger me. Especially a young parent me. Mm-hmm. I always was like too focused on not upsetting anybody, which I think that comes with age, that we don't give a fuck anymore.
Yes.
But I was always so worried about upsetting someone that I was like, oh, we have to go. And we have to stay for, this amount of time. And we have to do this. And nobody has to do anything. You need to take that time to breathe. Like, don't feel obligated to have to do everything that you're invited to.
Yeah. Well, and even like we spent Thanksgiving together last year, and there were other families that were around and stuff. And like, if everything in the kitchen was like going really well, I would sneak away for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I would go like check my phone. I'd go like look at Facebook. Even if it's just like, I'm going to the bathroom. I'm not going to the bathroom. I'm going to go get away from everyone for a few minutes. And then I'm going to come back a little bit more refreshed and ready to like keep cooking.
Step outside, like take a deep breath. Yeah.
Especially because like I'm not saying this happened last year, but sometimes like.
I know, for the record, we were at my house last year. So for anybody that doesn't know.
Right.
But we had a lot of people.
There were a lot of people, and it's not like no single thing was awful. It's like I couldn't point fingers, but yeah, just like this is happening and this is happening and this person's talking. And I wasn't even necessarily part of the talking, but I'm like,
Let's see. We had
Right.
1, 2, 3, 4, roughly 4 families. 4 families at the minimum. 4 families at the house. And all of them were staying at my house except for you and your crew. So, actually, I think y'all did stay the night because the
Yeah,
girls
the
were
girls
like,
wanted
we don't ever
to.
get to stay. And I was like, then stay the night.
right.
So, we had like a big house full.
Yes.
So, it gets overwhelming.
It does. But yeah, just take those 5 minutes to just like remove yourself from the chaos of everything.
Yep.
Have a cool down moment and then dive right back in that chaos because it's good chaos, but you don't want to get to the point where you're just like done with it.
Especially if you host, because I like to host. But I also have to remind myself, like, take that time. And that's for anybody that's hosting. And anybody that's not hosting, if you're at their house, like, don't go looking for them. Like, give them space. Like, it doesn't matter where they're at.
Yeah.
Like, give them that break. They need maybe a timeout.
And they'll reappear.
Yeah.
It's their house. They're not just
They could be
disappearing.
shitting and, like, you're just interrupting.
Right.
Like, just give them a damn minute.
Yep.
But yes, I think that like a reset, a cool down, timeout, do it for the whole family. Like even your kids, if you have kids, like they want it, they do want it. They just may not tell you until they're older, but they get tired and burn out too.
But it's also good to like really model that behavior because you made a comment just a bit ago that you're like, I wish someone would have told me this.
Yeah, I do.
So yeah, like tell your kids, let's take a 5-minute break.
Yeah. Well, I always do that, especially like Thanksgiving and Christmas. My family was always notorious. This is where I think it's women guilt, but the men would take naps. Drop of a hat. They could be sitting in the recliner. Women, we are not like that, or we're too busy trying to make sure everything's okay, or what if we need to clean up, or what's this, and what's the kids, and like just fucking take the break. Everybody take the break. It doesn't matter what the kitchen looks like. The kitchen will get cleaned eventually. My mother-in-law doesn't take kindly to that, but I always stress to her, like, just go sit down.
Yeah.
Like, we are not going anywhere.
No, not going anywhere.
So I would say, yeah, like, say no without guilt. Schedule that downtime. What about financially?
Yeah.
What do you think financially goes? Is because I thought about this. So I want to see, like, what financially do you think goes into it?
Into holidays? Well, so we don't live, I mean, you don't live near family. We don't live near family. Right. So it is like you have to budget for that travel.
Yes.
You have to budget the time for that travel.
Yes.
Like that, it's a lot.
It could be time off. Do you have days off? Are you going without pay? Travel expenses. Yeah. Even if you're driving, it's freaking expensive.
It is expensive. And like driving, it's exhausting for you. So like what are you spending? You're spending your resources, like mental, physical, everything to drive. And I'm the driver of the family. So a lot of the driving comes down on me. And it's just like, how much driving do I really, like, so no, like that. And then like, it depends on how much family is coming in town, but you don't always want to stay on top of each other. Yeah. So it's like, are you going to get a hotel? Are you going to get an Airbnb?
We've never gotten a hotel or an Airbnb. Me and Sky are from the same town. And so, like, we'll stay with family. But sometimes it becomes overwhelming. So, like, my uncle's house is kind of like the place that we really like to go. And it's no offense to anybody else in the family. It's just, like, there's more bedrooms. We have that time to decompress and everybody can space out and it's really nice. And for us, like, we like that. But travel, though, I'm getting off topic, but travel, a lot of people too don't take into consideration when people do travel to them for the holidays. I will say that we have been very fortunate with our family as far as like cooking, anything that goes into that. If we travel, like, our families are very accommodating to like feeding us, especially at the holidays. Like, I'm like, hey, like, I'll cook something, but can you pick up the items I need? Or,
Right.
but typically they're like, don't worry about it because they know we're already spending money to come in town as it is.
Right.
And same goes if they come to visit us. Like, I try to take that burden off of them. They're already paying a lot of money to come and stay with us.
Yeah. And like I don't mind people coming to stay. Like we've hosted my parents and sister and brother-in-law. They've all come out. Like I don't mind it. But I am also not offended if they would want to get a hotel versus staying here. Like
Yeah.
either however you feel comfortable.
Right.
Like my space is open to you.
Right.
But on the other hand, if you want that space away, or if this is more of a luxury vacation where you feel like a hotel would be something more relaxing for you, please, like whatever you feel comfortable with.
And that's where people have to be more understanding about that.
Mm-hmm.
Because I wouldn't take offense to it. I do try to accommodate, like if our family, because we have a big house, like try to get everybody to stay together just for the easy access of late nights, because we like to talk. But I also wouldn't be upset because, like, I understand. There's times that we go to Mississippi and I'm like, can we get an Airbnb or a hotel? I just want to have, like, our own space.
Well, okay, and this probably isn't something maybe you've ever felt, because I think you had like different like bedtime strategies, if you will, with your kids than maybe I do. But do you ever felt like, or did you ever feel like you had pressure when you were like, well, it's bedtime for the kids, and you would like put the kids to bed versus like when maybe grandma was not ready for them to be put to bed? You know, was there ever that dynamic where they're like, why is there a bedtime right now?
No, because we've never had a bedtime for our kids, so I just wait till they get tired. Even whenever they were, like, especially if they were little, like if they were really little, obviously, like at some point, like 9 o'clock, 9:30. But we never, like, they usually came to us and was like, I'm tired. So I never had to really set a bedtime. But if it was the weekend or a holiday, like, I'm not going to tell you when to go to bed. Like, it's not that my kids were in the house, but, like, you'll pass out whenever you get tired.
I would say with mine, like, at some point they would just start getting cranky.
Yeah, we didn't have that.
They would never really admit that they were tired, but, like, their cranky kind of, like, floppy behavior, I was just like, okay, now, this is past, you're spent, but you're trying to keep up with everyone, but you're too little.
Yep.
So, like, I would recognize that, and I'd be like, okay, bedtime, swoop them up. You go and say night-night to everyone, and then you take the kid to bed. But then there's always, I felt like a little judgment behind that with people, where, like, I was like, I'm doing this for them, and they'll wake up tomorrow morning a lot happier than if we're stressing them out and trusting them to get to bed.
If there's any child, like, every adult can tell when kids are tired, and the way that you're describing it, I can see that. Like, I have literally cousins or close friends of the family, like, I've seen their kids do that. I know what that looks like. Like, you need to go to bed.
Yeah.
Like quit fighting it. Let's settle down. But also, if we were in the environment that other kids were doing it, I would go ahead and make my kids do it. Yeah. Like, it wasn't like I wouldn't let my kids stay up if other kids were going to bed, because I was like, no. Like, we don't need jealousy or, like, fighting.
No.
Like, we're all going to go to bed at the same time.
Yeah. So, I don't know. If you're a new grandma or grandpa, don't give your kids gruff about putting their kids to bed. Let them parent. They know their kid. Like, this is a holiday for mom and dad, too.
Yeah.
You know, if baby needs to get to bed at 8:30 and that seems too early for you, don't judge.
Oh, my gosh. That is, like... It's the obsession with, like, I have to get all their time. And it's like, no, you don't. They're still going to be here tomorrow. Yeah. Like, I know that feeling.
Yeah. So, you don't need to stress out the kids and stress out the parents. Like, don't.
No.
Yeah. What about boundaries?
So, the older that I've gotten, this comes with age, I internally set boundaries sometimes of what I'm not going to put up with.
Mm-hmm.
I don't necessarily vocalize it because I don't feel like, depending on the situation, I don't feel like it needs to be announced. But it needs to be in my mind that, okay, this, you know, the results of this. Do not do a repeat. So I try to like pep talk myself. But then I also, if I see things going down, like as soon as we get in town, let's say we're traveling there, or somebody comes to our house and I'm seeing something at the beginning, I'm like, let's not do this.
Right.
And I go ahead and nip it in the bud then, so that it doesn't continue through the rest of the holiday.
Right. I think his little meow is going to be on our podcast.
Meow.
But yeah, he definitely announced himself when he came in here.
Hello.
Yeah, and then he ran away. So sorry, there's a cat. If you're watching long enough, he comes and sits all the time. So who knows what he's doing. But also, like, I feel like sometimes it's hard to set boundaries and stick to them.
I think it's harder to stick to it. It's easy
Yeah.
to set them. It's harder to stick to them.
Yeah, because you're like, if you have a boundary where you're like, I'm not discussing politics. Politics is a big boundary kind of when it comes to families because
I hate talking politics.
I know. And it's just like people will bring it up and it's just like, whether I agree with you or not, sometimes I'm going to fight with you just because like
I have
don't
seen
wanna
that
talk
side of
about
you.
it. Yes, you have. But it's just like, why are we discussing this? Like, can we have a nice easy thing? Because we might not always agree. And politics is it gets very personal.
It can get heated. Like,
Yeah.
I've been in situations like that. My side of the family doesn't really get in depth with that. Typically, whenever we get together, I can't count very many times that we've just, like, gotten deep into it, maybe 2 or 3 times over all my life. And then my husband's side of the family, like Scott's side of the family, it's a hit or miss, but there are a couple of family members that they do follow everything with politics. They do want to have those conversations. I just don't talk about it. I usually go find somebody else to go talk to.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't want to talk about
Calling
it.
them out. Bye. Yeah. No, that's where you take that 5-minute break and you walk away and then you find something else to do.
And we come from a small town, so like the small town mindset, and I'm not saying I'm better because I moved away, but I have experienced things differently, and some of my outlooks don't align with some people back home. So I just try not to put my 2 cents in because I don't want to talk about it or argue about it.
Yeah. Nope.
Let's see. What was something else? I had a list. And I know you have a list.
Mm-hmm. What about, like, knowing you can leave early? Like, you don't have to stay.
No. I think it depends on the vibe and, like, the people that you're around.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not that I owe anything to them, but some people I might have a better time with, so I'm going to stay longer at that activity versus maybe something else I'm not really interested.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think it's hard to leave early because if there's an expectation that you're going to stay longer, then leaving could seem very offensive to the people that are hosting.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
So,
like, you don't want to leave too early.
Well, no.
It's like if you're committed to it, you got to at least stay for 2 hours.
Oh, yeah. 2 hours, I think, is, and I mean, make sure there's like dinner prep, dinner, and clean up. Like, you're at least
like contribute while you're there.
Those things. But it's just like, I think after that, like, if you are done, if you're tired, like if you've had a long week or you traveled long time to get there, like, it's okay. It's okay to go. Like,
And if they get mad, then maybe you should not have been spending the holiday with them to begin with.
Right? If they didn't respect that, they get mad at you. That's a good point.
Yeah.
I like
Maybe
that.
you should not have been. It'll make you reevaluate who you spend time with, because anybody close to you that really values that you even came and showed up, like, they're not going to be upset. They may say, hey, is everything okay?
Right.
And then it's like, yeah, I'm just tired, or hey, I got some stuff I got to get done, and it's nothing against you. It's just gotta go. So I did want to bring up that this past weekend, so I've gotten to this Indian Christmas music. I think it's so cute and it's so cheerful. So anybody that hasn't checked that out, like, you should. It'll put a smile on your face. And it also makes me wonder if people in, like, India, do they listen to our Christmas music and think it's, like, just as happy? But I find it very cheerful.
Indian Christmas music.
It is so peppy.
Mm-hmm.
And so it just puts me in a very happy mood.
That's
also,
cool.
Hanson Christmas album is, like, one of my all-time favorites.
Mm-hmm.
And my husband tried to change our Christmas music this weekend because I put on that album. I was like, no, sir.
No.
I put on this album every Christmas and I like it.
Yeah. Like, what are you doing? Stop it. So we talked a lot about surviving, but do you have tips for, like, thriving in the holidays? Like, surviving and thriving, two separate things.
Thriving, do what makes you happy.
Mm-hmm.
Spend the time with the people that mean the most to you, if that is possible for you. I would say also, like, spending that extra quality time of picking out a gift. If you're going to buy a gift, like, think about their personality. Think about, like, how that incorporates. Don't ask 100 questions about buying a gift for the person, or asking someone near them 100 questions to buy a gift for them. Like, put the thought into, if you know that person that well, like, just do it.
Yeah.
I love buying gifts for other people, but I also have to channel my financial side and try to put a budget.
Yeah. I like that you included your, like, buying of the gifts as part of the holiday.
Yeah,
Like,
I love buying gifts.
Thought that you've put into it.
Yes.
That's a very sweet way to, like, think about the holidays.
I love that. Like, I don't even care if I get a gift. Like, I am super stoked every time. Like, I put a lot of thought into people's gifts because I want it to be special. If you get a gift card for me, it's probably because I don't know a whole lot about you, or you're a teenager, because I don't give those out. I like to give personal gifts that I've, like, really put thought into.
No, I like that. That's a great way to think about the holiday. Like, a lot of gifts is fun, and thinking about that person is fun, but really putting that thought into it, I think.
Yeah, I think
really
everybody
special.
should. I think that you're wasting your money if you're not putting thought into it.
Mm-hmm. No, you're right. I think something about, like, making the holidays a thriving experience is creating your own, like, personal traditions. Like, not necessarily the big ones, not the family ones, but
Yeah.
like something that you really like to do. Something that I do is I have Hallmark ornaments that I collect.
Oh.
So I do this series. So I have series of the ornaments that I collect.
Aw.
And then, like, we have a 12-foot tree that we put up.
Mhm.
And it takes me days to decorate the darn thing. Because, like, especially working in it.
It's very tall, too.
It's very tall. And I have to get on a ladder. And I'm, like, up and down and up and down and up and down. And then, like, it's not just ornaments, but it's all the ribbons and the bows and this, that. Yeah, so it's a
And
very...
your tree is very pretty.
Well, thank you. But, yes, it's a very involved process to make it look that way. You know, you just can't just throw it up and make it. No, it is an involved experience. But yeah, those, like, little ornaments, like, it makes my day because I get to look at them. I have an Excel spreadsheet.
No, you don't.
Oh, I do.
Oh my gosh.
I do.
I'm
I
not
have
shocked,
them
but I am
all
shocked.
listed, and I look them each individually up every year, and I put their values, so I know the values, if they've increased or decreased, so I know, like, the value of my ornament collection.
That kind of makes sense, though.
Yeah, so I have them listed by year and what they are, and I mean, it's really easy. So once I did it the
and
first
you do
time,
this series of whatever it is,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
Yeah, so I have them all listed, and I can check them off. None of them are missing. I know, like, everything about them. And then if my house ever catches on fire, I can look at the insurance people and be like, replace my ornaments.
My ornaments.
Like, my ornaments. I have a whole list of all the ones that
I'm sure I can find them on eBay.
Yes. But yeah, there's like one of my series, I didn't buy the first one, but I have like 2 through now.
Yeah.
And like that first one is like $180. And I'm like, I cannot.
What is this?
It's
like, how many series do you have? Now I'm intrigued.
well,
I have to look at your tree next
I have
time.
like 5 series that I do.
Oh.
And so I started off for the girls. They all had their own series. And then one of the series ended, so I had to start a new series. So like my plan is when the series ends and they move out, like they each get their series.
I should have done that. Damn it. I did the holiday Barbies for Kylie, and one year I forgot to get the Barbie. And then I had to go on eBay and pay for it. And let me tell you, them assholes wanted, like, no joke, I paid like $60 for this damn Barbie that was only like normally $30. And I kicked myself in the ass, and I never forgot to like buy the damn Barbie.
Yeah.
But now she has all these Barbies. They're all in the boxes, and there's nowhere to put them. And she loves them. She doesn't want to get rid of them. But like, what do we do with them?
You need a Barbie tree.
Well, they're all in the box.
No, but you need a Barbie tree. You should get them out and put them on a Barbie tree.
Wouldn't they be worth more if I leave them in there?
No, you have to keep the boxes nice. But no, you can put them on your tree and still use them.
I don't know. That makes me nervous. Makes my anxiety get
Ma'am, how long have I been doing this?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I get you, but like Barbie, like one little hair out of place, like somebody's gonna notice it.
No.
Like, these boxes have never even been opened.
Well, I know, but what's the
But I
joy
do
in
like
having
them.
that?
I don't know.
Yeah. Where?
Well, before she used to put them in her room, but now they just sit in the top of the closet.
No, you need a Barbie tree. Go to Walmart. They're 50% off right now. Get a tree and just have a Barbie tree. You can even get a pink tree.
That would be cute.
Get a pink tree. Put all your little Barbies.
I'll talk to Kylie. It's
Get
her
a
Barbies.
Barbie ribbon.
But I wish I would have done like the series thing.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Because I never thought about that, and that's so much easier to like house and move. And I have 2 trees. So my one tree is just pretty ornaments that are all like color coordinated together, and the other tree is my personal tree. Now, I will say that on Christmas, decorating it, like, matter of fact, I can't even decorate it till Kylie comes in town from college, because she also loves decorating it, because we don't see the ornaments all year, and it's like personalized ones that they made as kids, like in preschool or during school, and like different like vacations we've been on, so it's a lot of fun.
That is fun. I like that too. So I don't know. We're getting far off topic.
I know.
I don't know like what's happening anymore. But I will say, like, so I have my series tree that I put all of my ornaments on, and I have that 12-foot tree. I need another tree because not all my ornaments are.
Didn't you used to have a
anymore.
tree in this room?
Yeah, but that's like the family tree. It's gonna go up again, but that's the family tree, and that's where everywhere we go, we buy ornaments from trips and vacations and stuff like that.
Okay.
That's on this tree.
Okay.
And then the kids have their own tree with all of like their little handmade ornaments that they've made over the years, and like they each have baby ornaments and like all the things. So then they have another tree.
Oh.
So I do 3 trees, and then I do like the banister. I do the kitchen.
The third tree, the kids' tree. I always saw the one in here and the one in the living room.
Yeah, so we usually put it out there, but I think last year we either had it upstairs or in the basement. I couldn't remember where we put the kid tree.
Oh.
But yeah, so we do.
I'm gonna have to come over and
the
look at your
series
little series thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because my grandma did it too, and her house she could only do like the 6-foot tree kind of a thing.
Yeah.
So she had one tree there, but then she would put garlands around all her doors and hang up all the series on the doors.
Oh, that's so
hang 'em around.
cute.
It was really
Ah.
cute. No, she did a good job.
I love that.
Yeah, we've gotten way off topic. I think, that was tiny traditions. That was
Tiny traditions.
Yeah, we talked a lot about tiny traditions.
But
right
they're
there.
so cute.
No, I know. I'm a Hallmark ornament groupie. I
love Hallmark. I
Yeah.
love going in there randomly just to look at them, especially at Christmas time.
I could probably go buy more. Okay. Anything else about surviving or thriving in the holidays?
Don't get caught up in your family drama. And don't be the drama.
Yeah, don't be the drama. Or I'm definitely the drama, and I know I'm the drama. But you know what? If it is what it is. Like, I will be that drama if it protects my peace.
Somebody has to be.
But if it protects like my peace and who I feel like I am comfortable and happy being,
people get mad at me sometimes, but
then it's not necessarily my drama, it's their drama. They're the ones having a problem with me being happy.
Yep.
So,
instead of being happy for you.
Exactly. You said it, not me. Out of the mouth of Cheryl.
Well, that's right. Cheryl said it. Family drama is the worst drama.
Yeah.
And people can be draining.
And okay.
And somebody's got to be the black sheep.
I've
held my role before, so.
My black little soul is that black sheep. It is what it is.
My brother has a black sheep tattoo.
Yeah, I think, did he?
After I saw it on him, I was like, oh my God, I have to get one of these. Like, I was definitely that for a long time. Or I will say I was misunderstood.
Yeah, I was misunderstood.
They were just not as adventurous in life as I was.
Yeah, that's a good way to think about it.
But now, like, who's got the longest marriage?
Yeah, you're like, this one's divorced and that one's divorced and these people are all divorced and all of these things.
Who's thriving? So don't be yelling at the black sheep.
Nope. I guess my last word of advice for thriving through the holidays is take a moment or an evening to surround yourself with the people you choose to, and not necessarily the people you feel obligated or the family. But like, if you have friends that you've made family, make time for that.
Yeah.
Whether it's on the holiday or not, maybe around in the holiday season, take that time to put yourself with the people you've chosen.
I agree. And one last tidbit that I thought about that I don't think I said was that just because the calendar says the holiday lands on a certain day does not mean that you have to celebrate that day, and it's okay if you end up having to choose a different date to celebrate that with someone. And don't feel upset about it.
Yep. Be flexible.
Yep.
Flexible thinking.
All right.
Okay.
With that, cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks for tuning in to the Unfiltered Duo podcast. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with a friend who might enjoy it too. You can follow us on all social media platforms for updates, behind the scenes, and more content. Got questions, feedback, or a topic you'd love for us to cover? Reach out at unfilteredduopodcast@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you. Until next time, stay curious, stay inspired, and keep listening.